Imagine navigating vast oceans without GPS or modern charts, relying only on the stars, winds, and ancient wisdom. One man mastered this art, becoming a legend of the seas. His name was Ahmad Ibn Majid. Born into a world where the ocean was both a lifeline and a frontier, he became one of history's greatest navigators, leaving behind a legacy that shaped maritime science and connected civilizations across continents. Today, we'll explore how this extraordinary figure turned the mysteries of the sea into a roadmap for exploration and cultural exchange. Ahmad Ibn Majid was born around 1432 in Jowfi, a bustling port city located in what is now Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates. Nestled along the Arabian Peninsula, Jowfi was a vibrant hub of trade and seafaring activity during the 15th century. Ships from across the Indian Ocean docked at its shores, carrying spices, textiles, gold, ivory, and other treasures that fueled the region's economy. Growing up in this environment, Ibn Majid was immersed in the rhythms of maritime life from an early age. His family belonged to a long line of skilled sailors and navigators, part of a rich tradition that had thrived in the Arabian Peninsula for centuries. From childhood, he learned the art of reading the stars, understanding wind patterns, and interpreting the subtle signs of nature that guided safe passage across treacherous waters. These lessons were not just practical, they were deeply tied to the cultural identity of the region. For generations, Arab navigators had been the unsung heroes of global commerce, connecting distant lands through their expertise and courage. But Ibn Majid's education extended beyond hands-on experience. He studied under scholars and seafarers who preserved the accumulated knowledge of centuries. Texts on astronomy, geography, and nautical science formed the foundation of his intellectual journey. By blending empirical observation with traditional wisdom, he developed a unique approach to navigation that would set him apart as a master of his craft. The Indian Ocean itself played a pivotal role in shaping Ibn Majid's worldview. At the time, it was more than just a body of water. It was a dynamic network of trade routes that linked Arabia, Persia, India, East Africa, Southeast Asia, and even China. Merchants exchanged goods, ideas, languages, and cultures, creating a tapestry of interconnected civilizations. For Ibn Majid, the ocean represented both opportunity and challenge. It was a source of livelihood, but also a realm fraught with dangers like storms, pirates, and hidden reefs. Navigating its waters required not only technical skill, but also a profound respect for the forces of nature. This cultural and geographical backdrop laid the foundation for Ibn Majid's achievements. As we delve deeper into his innovations, we'll see how he transformed the challenges of the sea into opportunities for discovery and connection. At the heart of Ahmad Ibn Majid's genius lay his mastery of navigation techniques that pushed the boundaries of human understanding. During the 15th century, when most European sailors relied heavily on coastal hugging and rudimentary maps, Ibn Majid pioneered methods that allowed for precise open-sea voyages. His innovations revolutionized maritime travel and cemented his reputation as one of history's greatest navigators. One of his most significant contributions was his expertise in celestial navigation, the art of using heavenly bodies to determine position at sea. He meticulously charted the movements of stars, planets, the sun, and the moon, creating detailed guides that enabled sailors to plot their course even when far from land. This skill was particularly crucial in the Indian Ocean, where vast stretches of open water separated key ports. By teaching others how to use constellations like Orion's Belt and the Southern Cross, Ibn Majid empowered mariners to venture farther and faster than ever before. In addition to celestial navigation, Ibn Majid excelled in interpreting natural phenomena. He understood how seasonal monsoon winds could be harnessed to propel ships across the ocean efficiently. Monsoons, which brought predictable shifts in wind direction, were essential for timing voyages between regions like Arabia and India. Ibn Majid documented these patterns in great detail, helping sailors capitalize on favorable conditions while avoiding perilous storms. Another hallmark of his work was the development and refinement of navigational instruments. Among these was a Kitāb, a simple yet ingenious device used to measure the altitude of celestial objects above the horizon. Consisting of a rectangular piece of wood or ivory attached to a knotted string, the Kitāb allowed sailors to calculate latitude with remarkable accuracy. While the magnetic compass had already been introduced to the Islamic world by the 15th century, Ibn Majid integrated it into his toolkit, combining old and new technologies to enhance precision. What truly distinguished Ibn Majid, however, was his holistic approach to navigation. Rather than relying solely on tools or calculations, he emphasized the importance of intuition and experience. He taught sailors to observe subtle cues such as wave patterns, cloud formations, bird migrations, and the color of the sea, all indicators of nearby land or changing weather. This blend of science and artistry reflected his deep connection to the ocean and a commitment to preserving traditional practices while embracing innovation. Ibn Majid's innovations didn't just benefit Arab sailors, they influenced global navigation for centuries. His method spread across the Indian Ocean and eventually reached Europe, contributing to the age of exploration. Figures like Vasco da Gama and Christopher Columbus may have indirectly benefited from the knowledge transmitted through networks of Arab navigators. Whether directly or indirectly, Ibn Majid's work helped pave the way for humanity's ongoing quest to explore the unknown. Central to Ahmad Ibn Majid's legacy is his magnum opus, Kitāb al-Fawā'id of al-Waqid, the book of the benefits of the principles and foundations of seamanship. Written in poetic Arabic, this monumental text remains one of the most comprehensive guides to medieval nautical science. Spanning over 1,000 verses, it covers everything from astronomical observations to descriptions of ports, hazards, and sailing routes. The structure of Kitāb al-Fawā'id reflects Ibn Majid's meticulous attention to detail. Each chapter addresses a specific aspect of navigation, offering practical advice alongside theoretical insights. For example, he provides step-by-step instructions for calculating latitude, identifying constellations, and adjusting sails according to wind speed. He also includes vivid descriptions of landmarks and harbors, warning sailors about dangerous shoals and recommending safe anchorages. Beyond its technical content, Kitāb al-Fawā'id serves as a cultural artifact, preserving the oral traditions and collective wisdom of Arab seafarers. Ibn Majid drew upon centuries of accumulated knowledge, synthesizing information passed down through generations into a single, cohesive resource. His decision to write in verse, a common format for memorization in the Islamic world, ensured that the text could be easily recited and shared among sailors. Even today, scholars marvel at the clarity and elegance of his prose, which transformed complex concepts into accessible language. Perhaps the most remarkable feature of Kitāb al-Fawā'id is its emphasis on adaptability. Ibn Majid recognized that no two voyages were alike, so he encouraged sailors to think critically and respond flexibly to changing conditions. He stressed the importance of humility, urging navigators to acknowledge their limitations and seek guidance from those with greater experience. This ethos of continuous learning and collaboration underscores the enduring relevance of his teachings. To fully appreciate the impact of Kitāb al-Fawā'id, consider its role in shaping careers of countless sailors and explorers. For centuries, it served as a trusted companion for those braving the unpredictable waters of the Indian Ocean. Its principles influenced not only Arab navigators, but also Portuguese, Dutch, and British mariners who sought to unlock the secrets of global trade. In many ways, Ibn Majid's book represents the pinnacle of pre-modern maritime knowledge, a testament to human ingenuity and curiosity. Ahmad Ibn Majid's work cannot be understood in isolation from the broader context of the Indian Ocean as a hub of cultural and economic exchange. During the 15th century, this vast maritime network facilitated interactions between diverse civilizations, transforming the flow of goods, ideas, and people. As a navigator and chronicler, Ibn Majid played a vital role in sustaining and expanding these connections. The Indian Ocean was home to some of the world's busiest trade routes, linking major centers of commerce such as Aden, Hormuz, Calicut, Malacca, Zanzibar, and Sofala. Ships carried luxury items like silk, porcelain, and spices from Asia, gold, ivory, and slaves from Africa, and pearls, dates, and incense from Arabia. These exchanges enriched societies economically and culturally, fostering a spirit of mutual dependence and cooperation. For example, consider the role of spices in driving transoceanic trade. Cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, and pepper were highly prized in Europe and the Middle East for their culinary and medicinal uses. Control over spice-producing regions like the Maluku Islands, the Spice Islands, became a source of immense wealth and geopolitical rivalry. Navigators like Ibn Majid ensured that these valuable commodities reached markets safely and efficiently, enabling prosperity on a global scale. Beyond material goods, the Indian Ocean facilitated the exchange of knowledge and innovation. Technologies like paper-making, gunpowder, and shipbuilding techniques traveled between continents, enriching local industries. Religious and philosophical ideas also crossed borders, as Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Christianity coexisted and interacted along the shores of the ocean. Ibn Majid himself embodied this cosmopolitan spirit, drawing inspiration from multiple traditions while remaining rooted in his own heritage. Moreover, the Indian Ocean served as a conduit for migration and diaspora. Communities of Arab traders settled in East Africa, India, and Southeast Asia, establishing enduring ties with local populations. These interactions gave rise to hybrid cultures, languages, and cuisines that continue to thrive today. Ibn Majid's writings reflect this diversity, celebrating the richness of human experience while emphasizing the shared values that united disparate peoples. In essence, the Indian Ocean was a living organism, a system of interdependence that sustained millions of lives. Through his mastery of navigation and dedication to documenting maritime knowledge, Ahmad Ibn Majid helped preserve and expand this intricate web of relationships. His legacy reminds us that the ocean is not merely a divider but a connector, a bridge that unites humanity in pursuit of progress and understanding. But Ahmad Ibn Majid's influence extended far beyond his own time. His work not only shaped the course of maritime history, but also left an indelible mark on global exploration. As we delve deeper, we'll uncover how his knowledge inspired future generations and why his story remains shrouded in mystery and admiration. The late 15th century marked a turning point in human history, the dawn of the age of exploration. European powers, driven by ambition and curiosity, sought new sea routes to Asia in pursuit of wealth, power, and prestige. The discovery of these routes promised access to lucrative trade networks dominated by Arab and Indian merchants for centuries. At the heart of this quest was the Indian Ocean, a vast maritime highway connecting continents and cultures. For centuries, Arab navigators like Ahmad Ibn Majid have been the custodians of this knowledge, guiding ships across its treacherous waters with unparalleled skill. Their expertise ensured the smooth functioning of global trade, linking Arabia, Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and beyond. However, the arrival of European explorers signaled a shift in power dynamics. Nations like Portugal, Spain, and later England began to challenge the dominance of traditional seafaring communities, seeking to monopolize the riches of the East. One of the most pivotal moments in this era came in 1498 when Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese explorer, successfully reached Calicut, modern-day Kozhikode, on the southwestern coast of India. This achievement marked the first direct sea route from Europe to Asia, bypassing the overland Silk Road controlled by Middle Eastern intermediaries. Da Gama's voyage not only opened the door to colonial expansion, but also highlighted the critical role of indigenous navigational knowledge in enabling such feats. It is within this context that Ahmad Ibn Majid's name becomes entangled in historical debate, a figure whose brilliance may have inadvertently facilitated the rise of European dominance in the Indian Ocean. One of the most intriguing and controversial aspects of Ahmad Ibn Majid's legacy is his alleged involvement in guiding Vasco da Gama during the latter's historic journey to India. According to some accounts, Ibn Majid provided crucial assistance to da Gama after the Portuguese fleet arrived at Malindi, a Swahili port city along the East African coast. Struggling to navigate the unfamiliar waters of the Indian Ocean, da Gama reportedly sought the help of local pilots, including Ibn Majid, who allegedly shared his expertise to guide the expedition safely to Calicut. Proponents of this theory point to several pieces of circumstantial evidence. For instance, da Gama's successful crossing of the Mozambique Channel and subsequent arrival in India suggests access to advanced navigational techniques, knowledge that was widely attributed to Arab sailors at the time. Additionally, Portuguese records mention encounters with skilled pilots during their voyages, though they do not explicitly name Ibn Majid. However, skeptics argue against this association, citing a lack of definitive proof and questioning whether Ibn Majid would willingly assist a foreign invader. As a proud representative of Arab maritime tradition, he might have viewed European encroachment as a threat to the established order. Furthermore, given his advanced age around 1498, he was likely in his mid-60s, it seems improbable that he personally accompanied da Gama on the voyage. Instead, it is possible that other Arab navigators, influenced by Ibn Majid's teachings, played a role in guiding the Portuguese fleet. Regardless of the truth behind this claim, the story underscores the symbolic tension between indigenous knowledge and colonial ambition. If indeed Ibn Majid contributed indirectly to da Gama's success, his legacy becomes even more complex, a testament to the unintended consequences of sharing wisdom across cultural boundaries. While specific details about Ahmad Ibn Majid's final years remain scarce, scholars agree that he spent much of his later life reflecting on his accomplishments and passing down his knowledge to future generations. By the late 15th century, he had already achieved legendary status among Arab sailors, revered for his unparalleled mastery of navigation and his contributions to maritime science. During this period, Ibn Majid likely devoted significant energy to teaching younger navigators, ensuring that the rich traditions of Arab seafaring would endure despite shifting geopolitical tides. His commitment to education extended beyond oral instruction. He continued refining his written works, including Kitāb al-Fawā'id, which served as a cornerstone of nautical literature. These efforts underscored his belief in the importance of preserving collective wisdom for posterity. Ibn Majid is believed to have passed away around 1500, leaving behind a legacy that transcended his mortal existence. Though the exact circumstances of his death are unknown, his impact on maritime exploration and cultural exchange ensures that his memory lives on. He embodied the spirit of inquiry and adaptability, qualities that defined the golden age of Arab navigation. Reflecting on his final days invites us to consider the quiet dignity with which he concluded his journey. Despite living through a time of profound change, Ibn Majid remained steadfast in his dedication to learning, teaching, and contributing to humanity's understanding of the world. His life reminds us that true greatness lies not in personal glory, but in the ability to inspire others and leave a lasting imprint on history. Ahmad Ibn Majid's influence extends far beyond his lifetime, resonating with navigators, scholars, and explorers across centuries. His methods, documented in works like Kitāb al-Fawā'id, became foundational texts of maritime education, studied and adapted by sailors from diverse backgrounds. Even European cartographers and naval officers drew upon his insights, incorporating them into their own practices during the age of exploration. In the Arab world, Ibn Majid remains a symbol of pride and ingenuity. His achievements highlight the region's pivotal role in shaping global knowledge systems before the rise of Western hegemony. Modern initiatives to celebrate his legacy include academic conferences, museum exhibits, and cultural festivals dedicated to preserving Arab maritime heritage. For example, cities like Ras Al Khaimah and Jaffa honor him as a native son, emphasizing his contributions to regional identity and history. Beyond academia, Ibn Majid's story continues to captivate popular imagination. He appears in literature, art, and film as a larger-than-life figure, a master navigator whose skills bridge continents and cultures. His life serves as a reminder of humanity's shared capacity for exploration and collaboration, transcending borders and eras. Moreover, Ibn Majid's emphasis on sustainability offers valuable lessons for contemporary discussions about environmental stewardship. In an age of climate change and resource depletion, his approach to navigating the seas with respect for nature provides a model for responsible innovation. By combining empirical observation with ethical considerations, he demonstrated how progress can coexist with preservation, a principle that remains relevant today. At its core, Ahmad Ibn Majid's legacy lies in his ability to connect people and places through the universal language of navigation. His work exemplifies the power of cross-cultural exchange, showing how shared knowledge can drive human progress. Whether guiding ships across the Indian Ocean or inspiring future generations of explorers, he embodied the spirit of unity and discovery that defines our species. His contributions also invite us to reconsider the narrative of history itself. Too often, the achievements of non-European figures like Ibn Majid are overlooked in favor of Eurocentric perspectives. Yet, without the innovations of Arab navigators, many milestones of the age of exploration might never have occurred. Recognizing Ibn Majid's role challenges us to embrace a more inclusive view of the past, one that acknowledges the interconnectedness of all civilizations. Finally, Ibn Majid's story holds profound implications for the present and future. As we face unprecedented challenges, from technological disruption to geopolitical instability, his example reminds us of the importance of adaptability, humility, and cooperation. Like him, we must navigate uncharted waters with courage and wisdom, drawing strength from the lessons of those who came before us. Ahmad Ibn Majid reminds us that true exploration is not just about discovering new lands, it's about understanding the interconnectedness of our world. His life teaches us that knowledge, shared wisely, can bridge divides and open doors to infinite possibilities. As we reflect on his extraordinary journey, let us carry forward his vision of unity and curiosity. Whether charting literal or metaphorical courses, may we emulate his determination to seek truth, foster collaboration, and leave a positive mark on the world. In the words of Ibn Majid himself, the stars may guide us, but it is a heart that leads. May his story inspire us to trust in our inner compasses, knowing that every tide carries a potential for discovery and growth. Subscribe and welcome to the Empire.